What's going on, everybody? Welcome to CafeandViews. Today we went to Aroma Tea and Coffee and we got ourselves the Marshmellow Latte. Let's talk about the coffee shop. It's not on the busy Ventura Road, but it is on a busy road in Studio City, so you're definitely not gonna miss it when you drive by or when you walk by. The outside, it's real welcoming, it's real nice and bougie. There's a green fence around the shop and there's ample amount of seating outside. And then when you go inside, it does feel upscale, it does feel like you belong there. Just an overall color palette and color vibe of the shop does make you feel more upscale than the typical boring coffee shop would. There's even seatings to the left of me in the alleyway, so if you want to not be in the road or hear the ambient sound, you're also able to go in the alleyway and drink your coffee there. It does give off slightly green foresty vibe. It does feel like nature's kind of trying to take over. Overall, it does provide just a nice coffee shop vibe, and it does make you think that you're gonna be back. It's just a matter of, are you gonna make these coffees part of your daily rotations, or are they special enough that you're gonna save them for the weekends? For the coffee shop and the uniqueness of it, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. Let's talk about aroma. Right off the bat, I'm getting that real strong marshmallow smell to it. It gives off kind of like that toasted marshmallow smell. So if you were at a campsite and you were roasting marshmallows and you got that aroma from it, that's exactly what you're getting from this coffee. It's a little bit more prominent, so it's a little bit more out there, but that's a good thing. You want aromas to be more out there and more in your face. They'll be able to provide an overall nice aroma, and they'll be able to help out with the flavor. The smell is real pleasant. It makes you want to go in for more. It just puts you into that overall mood of you're at a campfire, campsite, and you're roasting marshmallows with your friends, and you're getting that overall nice vibe from it, and you're having a good time. So this coffee is definitely bringing you back to that. And the only real smell that I'm getting is that marshmallow. I'm not really getting any of that coffee or the milk smell, but that's not a bad thing for a coffee being this unique. You want that prominent ingredient to really stick out to see if it fits in the coffee or if it doesn't belong. And you don't have to lean in a lot to really get that prominent smell. You can smell from far away, and you could taste the coffee just based off the aroma. It does sit on your taste buds, and it does provide that nice marshmallow slight taste. Obviously you're not getting the full taste of it because you're not tasting it, but just the aroma, smelling it just coats the taste buds and gives you that slight marshmallow taste. For aroma, I'm putting this at a 4.5 out of 5. Let's talk about acidity. Right off the start, you're not getting any sour notes. It's being real sweet from the beginning to the end. It's maintaining that nice sweetness. It's not over the top, but because it's a marshmallow, it is providing a little bit of a slighter sweetness to it. Being both mellow and lively, it's not sharp at all. That prominent marshmallow taste just overall encompasses your mouth and provides that nice acidic value. For acidity, I'm putting this at a 3.5 out of 5. Let's talk about flavor. Right off the start, you're getting that real prominent marshmallow taste. You're getting some of that milk as well, and then you're getting a little bit of coffee, but you're more so getting that prominent marshmallow taste. Just if you're biting straight into a marshmallow that was toasted, you're getting that same exact flavor. So that's a real positive sign. Like I mentioned, it does put you into that campfire mood. So when you're drinking this coffee, you're getting that same type of experience as a marshmallow, and the flavor is real prominent. There's nothing in this coffee that makes you uneasy. So the flavor is there, it's where it should be, and it's real pleasant. It is attracting you for more. With the aroma, when you're smelling it, that's even attracting you. So when you're tasting it, having flavor attracts you for more, just overall gives the coffee a welcoming vibe, and it does make you keep going in for another sip. And it does provide that earthy, chocolatey sweetness to it, and it does taste kind of like a frosted Rice Krispie treat. So it does provide that marshmallow taste. But if you're into Rice Krispie treats and you're into that kind of flavor and taste and aroma, this coffee is going to be perfect for you. For sweetness, I'm putting this at a 4 out of 5. Next up is going to be body. Coffee does have a soda-like consistency. It doesn't have a thick milkshake-like vibe to it. You would think that it'd be thicker because of the marshmallow, but it's not. It's in the middle of the consistency. It's that perfect middle ground. But it does coat your mouth, and it does fill in the taste buds as well. Even after the coffee is gone, it does stick around for a long time. It provides that nice sensation as if you were still drinking the coffee. It does make you feel like there's a texture there because of the marshmallow. It does make you feel like the marshmallow like stickiness and the overall texture consistency is still there, but it doesn't dissipate quickly, and you're still getting that memory of the remnants. So it just provides a nice overall body feeling to it. For body, I'm putting this at 3.5 out of 5. Next up is gonna be sweetness. Like with the Marshmellow name, you're getting that same sweetness to it. It's more sweet than the middle ground that you're used to. It's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it's that perfect middle ground, but this is a little bit above it. But that's okay because this is a Marshmellow coffee and it's able to be more sweet than just a typical coffee. And it does fit that kind of vibe. Starbucks caramel is too sweet, and even the caramel is just over the top for what it is. And since this is a Marshmellow, you would think that it's sweeter, but it's actually less sweet than the caramel. But it does maintain that typical sweetness to it. It does stay consistent all throughout. It doesn't become sour at all. Sweetness doesn't wash out any of the flavors. If it was less sweet, then the flavors just wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be as prominent of a Marshmellow coffee. The sweetness does have to be there to provide that overall aroma and flavor to it. For sweetness, I'm putting this at a 4.5 out of 5. Let's talk about aftertaste. Like with body, this coffee, it does leave a proper trail and it does leave a proper aftertaste. The trail is there. It doesn't leave any unwanted aromas or flavors or textures or consistencies to it. It does provide an overall nice, great feeling. When the flavors are out of your mouth, it makes you want to go back in and keep drinking it and keep going back and smelling it. It all just stays pretty consistent from the aroma when it's in your nose, the flavors when it's in your mouth, to everything, to even just when it's gone. It all stays consistent. The texture and consistency doesn't change at all. You don't get introduced to any sour or new flavors or new aromas or new textures, consistencies. It stays the same all throughout, and nothing creeps up on you that you might have missed. And it does provide a wet feeling when it does coat your mouth and it does coat your throat. It doesn't dry it out at all. You're still getting that same Marshmellow vibe from the beginning to the absolute end. For aftertaste, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Let's talk about balance. Like I mentioned with aftertaste, maintaining that consistent balance all throughout, not getting any high points or low points, maintain that even path from the beginning to the end. You are able to figure out exactly what's in the coffee without anybody's help. If you're smelling the coffee or tasting it, sooner or later you're gonna figure out that marshmallows went into it. You might not figure out the milk type, but you are gonna figure out the flavoring that went into it. All come together real smooth, real well. Nothing is sticking out. Nothing's competing with each other to being more dominant, to being more pronounced. It's all equal. For balance, I'm giving this 3.5 out of 5. Let's talk about complexity. Because this coffee is a Marshmellow coffee, it is gonna be complex. Because I didn't have this option anywhere else, I wasn't able to get a Marshmellow option in any other coffee shop that I've been to. I knew that I had to get this option when I came to Aroma Tea and Coffee. I wanted to see if it was a gimmicky coffee, if it was just Marshmellow flavor, but it wasn't a coffee that you can get all the time, that you're gonna get once and you're gonna be fine with not getting again. But it ended up changing my mind. I figured out that this coffee you can get at any point throughout the day, any point throughout the week, that it's actually a coffee that competes with other coffees as well. And then the coffee shop as well, it's complex, it's different than the rest. Just the overall atmosphere of it is different than anything else. Just being outside, being in the shade, being in a nature type of environment, it's real complex and it's different. And then inside, having the different kind of coffees and different kind of foods and snacks that also provide a nice complex value. And then with the coffee cup, since I like when the coffee shops brand their coffee, you are able to take this coffee cup anywhere else and people are able to see where you went. For complexity, I'm gonna put this at a 4.5 out of 5. Next up is gonna be forgiveness. I'm not gonna forgive anything in this coffee because it's exactly where it should be. It's a really close to perfect coffee in terms of artificial flavoring. So nothing in this coffee deserves to be forgiveness. It is where it's at. The body, or if the aftertaste was slightly better, then it would get points from that. But just overall coffee shop and the food and the drinks and the atmosphere and then the flavoring and aroma, it's really good and it's where it should be. So I'm not gonna forgive anything in this coffee. So for forgiveness, I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5. Lastly, let's talk about versatility. I'm not gonna put this coffee to be versatile because it's a Marshmellow coffee and because it is that complex, because of the overall coffee shop vibe and the coffee that you get and the atmosphere and everything else. You're gonna wanna save this coffee for the weekend, like today, or when you get out of work. So you could also drink this coffee in the morning before you go to work and after, and then in the evening. But because this coffee is special, you want to preserve for those moments that you want to relax and unwind and just overall enjoy Studio City and act like you're in Beverly Hills. But I'm not gonna knock that you could drink this coffee anytime, and I'm gonna tell you to drink this coffee at different points and see which time of day or which time of the week fits best for you. And if you can make this coffee part of your daily rotation, or if you want to save it for those special occasions. For versatility, I'm going to put this at a 3.5 out of 5. All in all, the Marshmellow Latte from Aroma Tea and Coffee got a 39 out of 50. or a 78% out of 100. Make sure you stick around to see where we're going next and see what coffees we get. Peace.